Okay, hello, welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about and going through my spring TBR. I know, it's only the 16th of August, but I'm excited. I've been adding to and compiling and preparing my spring and summer TBR, and I'm so excited to get started and go through it all. So we've got 11, and then I'll go through a few honourable mentions that I don't have yet, or are library books, because I've got a few library books here. Also, for our spring, because I'm in Australia, it is Halloween in spring. So I'm not counting my Halloween books in this TBR because that's going to be a whole separate month. I have also been compiling that and saving them, and I am ready to go. But anyway, I am so excited about spring coming, a new season. Look, I love my fantasy books, but that's pretty much all I've been reading recently, and I really need a break from that. So, it's time to move on into the spring mindset. Not right now, obviously, but this is my spring TBR. So, number 1, we have Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. I have added this as my one honorary fantasy because, you know, I am still, at the end of the day, a fantasy reader. I read a lot, and I don't think I would be able to go 3 to 6 months without a fantasy. So, this is my honorary one. I feel like everybody knows all about this, but I'll give a brief rundown really quick. She has a mystical cat shelter. Her lease runs out, she needs to find a new place, and she's the storefront for a magician. And the plot twist is she hates magicians. So, I'm excited. You know, actually that's not true, I've heard conflicting things about it, but I do really want to make my own opinion. And look, I didn't love Emily Wilde. I thought it was a bit too slow for me, but I am excited nonetheless to go into this. This would probably be a good transition read, actually, now that I think about it, like end of August into September. Maybe. I'll keep that on watch. And then, I have The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. The only reason I'm getting, like, spring from this is because basically he dies, and then he is in heaven, and he meets 5 people that he had an impact on, and they tell the story, I'm pretty sure. Earthly life, oh yeah, so your life is explained to you by 5 people who were in it. So this just kind of feels like a new beginning kind of story, like a new season, which I think is why it's giving me spring vibes. But I'm here for it, and I want to get a real one. I do actually really want to read this one quite soon as well, but alas. Then I have The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. Look, this doesn't give me spring feelings completely. I don't even know what it's set in. I don't think it's set in one season because it's like, the 70 years of her life or something. But I really want to get on this. First of all, this just came out in the small paperback, which if you're Australian, you know and love. I actually really like this cover. I think it's beautiful, besides the Woman's Prize winner. I don't like that sticker. But I'm really excited about this. Once again, I feel like I don't need to give a rundown, but I will, because that's what the whole video is. But it's basically about this 73-year-old woman and the letters and emails and the correspondence she writes over her lifetime. A lot of people cry at the end. Maybe I'll be one of them, I don't know. I like to think I'm not really a big crier. My partner will probably say that's not true, but who knows. And then, My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. This is about these 2 Italian best friends. It's the first book in a quartet, and the whole series is about them growing up and how they were friends and their friendship over the years and just their lives. I've heard not great things about this one specifically because I'm pretty sure it's just from their childhood to adolescence. but I want to have my own opinion on it. I've had this for a while. I don't remember when I bought this, but I bought it a while ago. And I'm getting spring vibes from it, you know, like female friendship, frolicking around, adolescence, yeah. It's giving spring. So, after that I have Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. I have nothing to say about this spring-wise other than what it's set on, I don't know, something, and there's a tree on the cover. That's what gives spring to me. Look, you can really see that I'm picking any excuse to read the books that I've been putting off and I'm so excited for. But this is like a second chance romance slash a thriller. I think there's a murder in it. I don't really know what's going on with this, but I've heard really good things about it and I want to be in the know. But yeah, that's another one. And then I have Remarkably Bright Creatures. The yellow is just giving spring, and like Talking Octopus, it's giving spring. So I'm here for that. I also really want to watch the movie, and I've been putting it off until I read the book, as one does. But all I know about this is like there's a mystery with a talking octopus and how old is she? A middle-aged lady, I'm gonna say. But it's quite long. Look, I've heard really good things about this book, and once again, you'll never believe it, but I have FOMO and I want to be in the know. So we're keeping this one. And then, this is a recent purchase for me. I don't actually know if I've spoken about it on this channel yet, but I have The Lamb by Lucy Rose. Only the cover is giving spring for me for this. I've heard a few things about it. The actual content of the book isn't giving spring, but the cover is, and I want to read it, so that's my excuse. It's giving camping in spring. I'm there. But it's about, like, cannibals. And I think lesbians. And falling in love. And do you eat the person you love or not? I guess we'll never know. Well, I'll know. I'm gonna find out. But that's also up there. And then I have The Shampoo Effect by Jenny Jackson. I know, I don't need to hear it, this is giving summer, but I want to read it. So I'm putting it on my spring TBR. Also, a lot of people that have been reading this recently have said that it doesn't entirely give summer when you're reading it, and I think that a good crossover between the two is spring. So that's my excuse. But it's like, it's about this girl who falls in love with this guy and they start dating, and she's introduced to the friend group and one of the girls is pregnant and her boyfriend is the dad. I don't think I explained that very well, but also this is pretty popular at the moment, so I think quite a few people will be in the know with this as well. But it's kind of giving Friends. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this, but also I could have heard that from someone and I'm just completely reusing it. So, and then I have what will probably be my first Sally Rooney book, Beautiful World, Where Are You? I feel like this isn't really the right place to start, but it's, I don't know anything about this by the way, but it's called Beautiful World, and I feel like the world really gets beautiful in spring, and I'm really reaching here, but that's the reason why I've picked this one. So what I've gathered from the back of this is that, first of all, I love the cover. That's kind of irrelevant. It's about like two separate couples, but the girls are best friends, and like what happens in their relationships. That's kind of what I'm getting at, I think. Yeah, that's what I think. But this is only on my spring TBR because it's called Beautiful World, out of the three that I could have picked from. I am so nervous to read Normal People, but I'm also so excited, especially if it gives me the same feelings as Almost Life. But I feel like I need to be mentally prepared for that one. So unfortunately, I'm holding off, but we shall see. And then, coming in at number, what is this? This is number 10. Sorry, I haven't even been saying the numbers. I have Yesteryear by Kara Claire Burke. Look, every man and his dog's reading this. I want to be a part of it. everybody has, like everybody in my personal life as well as everyone that I watch on YouTube has read this. My mum, my boyfriend's mum, everybody has read this, and I want to know what the haps are. I don't know, I feel like milking the cows and being a tradwife, it's giving spring. I think I'm reaching again, but I want to be in the know. And I want to give my opinion. Hello. I don't know if I'm going to love it or hate it. It's like simultaneously an anticipated 5-star, but also an anticipated like 1-star. So I don't really know what's happening with that, but there. And then the last one that I have is Best Woman by Rose Domu. I don't really know what about this is screaming spring to me, other than the fact that I got it recently and I want to read it, and I can't pick the other one that I got at the Aesop Free Library because it doesn't give spring at all. I think it's the color scheme of the cover. I also, yeah, I don't have a romance, and I needed one because I've not read a contemporary romance in a while. But this one's just kind of like about this girl, and she's going to the wedding, and it's just about, yeah, the lead up to her brother's wedding. And her crush. And her crush is the maid of honor, and she's the best woman, best man type of sitch. So love that. I just kind of want to like get stuck into this straight away. I keep eyeing it up, but anyway, that is my final of my official spring TBR. Now, some honorable mentions that are not officially on there, but like if I get to them, that'd be great. I have my 2 library books, which is Deep Cuts by Holly Brickley. Look, I've heard once again conflicting things about this, but like it's quite short and my library had it, so I want to get on that. I'm pretty sure it's about 2 musicians? 1 musician. And her collaboration and their story. I don't know if they have a romance. Oh yeah. And then almost inevitably towards heartbreak. So I think there's a romance going on. But low-key, that's not what I'm reading it for. And then the other one that I got, this was yesterday that I was at the library, is Hunger Stone by Kat Dunn, which I am going to save for October. Actually, maybe not, because I just checked it out and I don't know if it will last until October. But I'm very excited about this one as well. And I don't know, it's kind of like vampires and lesbians. I'm there. I'm sad. But there we go. And then books that I don't have yet that I want to honorably mention. I will just go to my mental TBR on Fable. What have we got? I would love to continue the Emma M. Lyon journals. I think that would be lit and awesome. What else? The Wedding People. That's kind of giving spring. Main characters. Oh my god, guys, I can't even express to you how badly I am there for main characters, but it's the big hardback and I don't want that. But I so desperately want to read that. And also The Burning Side by Sarah DeMoff. That also just came out, but it's in the big paperback, so I'll probably wait a bit before I get that one, maybe even summertime. And then what else do I have? Just Lost Lambs, I think, which is kind of giving spring, in my opinion. But that is my spring TBR. You will probably see most of these in reading vlogs or, you know, something of that esque. They'll definitely be in my June wrap-ups. My spring wrap-ups. But yeah, I have to now force myself not to read these before spring. Today is a really nice day, by the way, so like I kind of just want to pick one of these up and go out there and binge read, but I've got other stuff that I need to do today, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my spring TBR. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next week, I suppose.